Hi Stu.
Right, Miles.
So, this is the new 1200 RS from Triumph. Tell us about it. What's new with this bike?
Okay, well this is a completely new speed triple. It's ground up design, every part of the chassis, every part of the engine, completely new. 1160cc, 180 PS, 125 Newton meters. Everything about it is bigger and better than the previous generation.
And that's a new triple engine. In terms of the difference between the previous generation, is it just the peak power or is there more to it?
Okay, well the engine has been designed to give a very strong mid-range as well as the top-end performance. Speed triple's always been about response, torque and that quick overtake. Just be pulling out in whatever gear you're in and being able to accelerate past. We've kept all of that. So the engine's got great response, great torque, but we've added top-end power.
All right. In terms of the chassis, what's new with the chassis?
Again, all new chassis, 10 kilograms lighter overall for the bike. Load of work gone in to make the bike more mass centralized, more agile, more precise and easier to ride.
So that includes a new seating setup as well. How does that differ from the previous generation?
Okay, well we've looked at the ergonomics in total. It's a more commanding riding position. The bars are a little bit wider. The seat is actually longer. You've got more room to move around. There's a little ramp at the back there, so when you do get down over the tank, it puts you into a really nice position for that type of riding, so for track days or whatever. We've made the bike narrower. So not only have we packaged the mass centrally, we've also made the bike narrower in the centre. So it's a bit of a clever trick, but it's allowed us to have a narrower standover, easier to get your feet on the floor. The seat height is actually very slightly higher, but you wouldn't know it. Right. It actually just gives you more comfort. It gives you more leg room to the pegs, which are slightly narrower as well. Everything has been adjusted to give you a little more space, a little more comfort and control, and still that same commanding riding position.
And am I right, part of the brief for the chassis team was to get this to handle like a street triple? Is that right?
Yeah, that's a very hard task. Street triple is a very fine handling bike, but we've done it. This is all about mass reduction, retuning all of the ergonomics, the geometry, the mass distribution to give a much better handling bike with better precision and better agility.
Fantastic. So what about the technology? I can see it's got a new TFT screen.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got an optically bonded screen here now on the 5-inch TFT. It's all brand new. Now that will display all of your functionality, everything you need to see when you're riding. It allows you to select your riding mode. So we've got the same 5 riding modes, but all retuned for this bike. Everything's new and everything needs remapping and retuning to be optimized for the new Speed Triple. We've also included the Bluetooth connectivity as standard now. This is fitted to the bike when you buy it, and all you have to do is download the app to your phone. That'll give you turn-by-turn navigation. It'll give you GoPro control, so you can control your GoPro and see your battery level, how much space you have left, all of that on the screen. You control it from the joystick, so you never have to take your hands off the bars. And it gives you music and phone operation as well.
Fab. And I can see it's also got a quick shifter as standard, and that's a new one, is that right?
Absolutely. We've got up and down clutchless shift with our shift assist system. We've enhanced this further with a new, more capable gear position sensor. So that senses the actual force that you're applying when you want to change gear and allows us to map more intricately the gear shift to give you a smoother, seamless shift.
So I understand quite some of the development of this has come from Triumph's Moto 2 race engine development, is that correct?
We've learned a lot from working on a Moto 2 engine. The engine team that worked on the Moto 2 engine is the engine team that works on road engines. We don't have a separate race department at Triumph, so we get immediate learnings across the teams. So that helps us with performance development, but it also helps us in durability development as well, because what we learn with the race engines gets dialed straight back into the road bikes.
Great. And what would an example of the consequence of that be?
This bike has an absolutely incredible 10,000 mile, 16,000 kilometre service interval.
Right, for a performance sports bike. That's
Performance sports bike, yes.
Yeah, amazing. So tell us about the look now, Stu. For me, a Speed Triple has that kind of muscular DNA, and in many ways, this is sort of quite tight and sharp, but it still has that. What are some of the key features for you?
Okay. Speed Triple has always had that attitude and that stance and that aggression. This bike is, as you say, tighter, it's more elegant, the lines are cleaner, but it's retained that basic DNA. Start at the front with a very aggressive LED headlight. It's lower, it looks fantastic, it's really sharp. It is that essence of that twin headlight aggression that we've always had with Speed Triple. When you go right the way through the bike, you've still got that muscular stance, but it's clearly lighter weight.
Yeah.
It's a real evolution of the look for Speed Triple, and I think it's the best yet.
Fab. Well, I guess the last thing is to hear it. If I step out, do you want to start it
Shall
up?
we do that?